Hi everyone, welcome back to my craft room. If you're new to my craft room, then welcome. Today we're going to make a couple of cards. I didn't get to that last Thursday, but we're going to get there today. I figured this time we're just going to make some cards where we're just going to layer some papers and just make some really cute things. I already have all this stuff cut out to save a little time because this is going to take a little bit of time. But what I'm doing is I'm just going to like stack and layer different papers on here to make some pretty little cards. So I figured I'd get a head start and I'll kind of tell you what I did here. I can't give you like sizes because everybody's is going to be different. These cards that I'm using here though, I did get, let me dig them out from here. I have so much stuff on my desk right now. These are from the Paper Studio. There is 50 pack in here. Well, there's 100 pieces. You get 50 cards and 50 envelopes, which isn't bad for $12.99, and these go on sale a lot at Michael's, so watch when they go on sale because you can get them really cheap. So that's what I'm using for this one. These are, did I even say what size? No, these are the 5" by 6.5" cards, and they come, you know, with all the envelopes, which is wonderful. Alright, so the first thing I did was just decide what kind of colors I wanted to use on this thing. We'll do the inside there in a minute. But I'm just going to take this plain white card, and then I just cut out a piece. I don't measure it, I just kind of guesstimate. And then I just cut them out, and this is like your best friend for this project is one of these cutters, because you just line it up, your inches, whatever, and just cut it, and you have a nice straight cut. So that's what I cut all of these on. So I'm going to layer that one on here. And I figured this time we're going to use some double-sided tape. I don't normally use this that much. I use this sometimes, but it's kind of easier to use like a glue stick or just glue. But we're going to do it this time because a lot of people asked about the double-sided tape. And this is the one from Crafter's Square from Dollar Tree. So that's what we're going to use on all these cards. So all you need to do, I already put it on the other ones because, you know, this is the most time-consuming part, I think, is putting their tape on. So we're going to take our green piece here that we cut for our Christmas card here. And then just the easiest way to do this, you can try and rip it. This doesn't rip very well, so I just use scissors to do it. And then just put your tape on here wherever you want it. And just cut it off. I usually put it all the way around the edges and one across the center here. Just for good measure, to make sure it sticks good. Alright, and then this one I'm not even going to measure, I'm just going to take a piece here and stick this right across the center of this one, just like that. And that's it. And I already put them on all these pieces here to save some time because, you know, that would take like forever. Alright, so which one am I working on here? This one. Well, let me set this aside and I'll explain that later too. Alright, so now the hardest part for me is getting these little pieces of paper off of my tape. Which is another reason why I really prefer using a glue stick, just because it's so much easier. But it can be done with just double-sided tape. But seriously, this is the part that takes the longest. If you don't get the end down just right, the tape wants to come back off. There we go. We're going to get it. Alright, there we go. So then you're just going to line your paper up. And, oh, that's not quite right. And luckily you can reposition this tape a little bit. Alright, that looks pretty good. It could have came over a little bit more, but we're going to go with it. Alright, so we're going to put that one there, and then here's my white one. I already have the tape on here. But these are just easy, really easy cards to make. Oh my god, this tape is stuck to my finger. There we go. Wow, that doesn't really even want to come off this paper. Let go of my finger. You really want to just push down that end good. Alright, so now this one is going to go right in the center here. There we go. And that kind of starts your layered look here. So now on top of this one, I'm actually going to pause this video because I'm going to sit here and take this tape off, because otherwise it's just going to take forever here. This one is actually going to go in the center right here, like on this green, and that one's going to go down in here. Now this piece here is actually from an old Christmas card. I use a lot of old Christmas cards, and I save like this. The inside of this card is going to have a saying from an old Christmas card from a couple years ago that I cut out. So after Christmas, when Christmas is over, I usually just cut out all these little sentiments and things and the cute little pictures, and a lot of this kind of stuff I just cut out. That was from a Christmas card. And then I have all these cute little sayings that you can use in cards that you make. So that's what these are from. So let me go ahead and get all the tape off of these so we can just put this baby together. Alright, now we get all the tape off of there, or the backing for all the tape off of there. It'll just make it a lot quicker here. I think I'm going to put the top piece on first. So we're going to layer this one. We're going to put this piece in here. Try to make it kind of even. And then this one from my old Christmas card, that's going to go inside that. That is the one good thing about the tape. You can kind of reposition it until you get it exactly where you want it. We got it now. There we go. Alright, and now this green piece is going to go down here. We're going to do this a little bit higher. There we go. I think that looks pretty good. And then we have this. This actually came out one of the paper pads that I have. I have so many different ones that I cut these out of. I couldn't even tell you which one. But if you find yourself a good paper pad like at Michael's, when they have their sales on those, I mean, that's the best thing to do, is to find the ones with all these cute little things you can cut out of them. And that's where that came from, with that little wood grain. So there you go. That's it. Your front of your card is done, and it looks wonderful, just with all the different layers. That's a little tiny crooked, but it's okay. And then on the inside, I just took this. That was one of the sentiments from last year's Christmas card. And then I just cut out a piece of red cardstock, you know, to put on the back of it, just to make it stand out a little bit. And then you just put that right inside your card. There you go. Easy peasy, and I think that's a beautiful card. I would love to get a card like that. I love it. I love homemade cards, period, so you really can't go wrong with a homemade card. Alright, so that is card number 1. Let's stick you over here for a second. Now for this one here, which I probably should have done first, but I have all the tape on all of these things. Now for this one, I'm using a couple of my dies that I cut out. This was, I think, this size of my cutting die. And then I just ran it through the machine. I took a little piece. This is that, what are they calling this, from Dollar Tree? Glitter paper. It's adhesive backed. You get 3 different ones. So it had the silver, it has the gold, and it has something else in here. I'm not sure. Let's see. Silver, gold, and it has the glittery red. So I just took a tiny piece of this gold like this, and I just cut off a little piece like that, and then I just get over here. I put this through my die cutting machine. I just put it right here like that, because I only wanted to cut out this little piece. which was really easy. And then I just trimmed off the bottom of it, and then you peel off the backing and stick it right on your little ornament. So that's how easy that was. And then for my little tree, these I got, I think, I just don't remember where I got all these dies from. These cutting dies, these nesting dies, I got on Amazon, the ones that are like ornaments, a while back. And then these, I believe I ordered on AliExpress, if anybody's ordered from AliExpress. But you can get these dies all over the place. So I cut those out, and these are cool because it kind of makes it look like a layered Christmas tree when you cut it out. Alright, so that's what we're using for this one. And then on the inside of this one, oh dear, I think maybe my dogs are going crazy out there. I'm going to go see what they're barking at, and I will be right back. Alright, I have no idea what they were barking at. They must have thought they heard somebody coming home, but there's nothing out there. So anyway, not quite sure where I left off. The cutting dies, that was it. But anyway, I'm pretty sure I got those AliExpress and Amazon. And then these are all from Christmas cards that I cut out. Put some tape on these already. And this one too. I think I put this one on the, I think. I don't remember how I had this set up now. Well, we'll get it together and we'll find out here. Alright, so let me go ahead and take all the tape off of these, and then I'll show you how I'm going to put this card together. Alright, I got all the backings off of these. So I'm going to start out here with my green on this one, and we're just going to layer this one up. I left a little extra white on the edge of this one, actually because this was a smaller piece of green that I had and I just wanted to use it up. Let's see. That looks pretty good right there. And then we're going to put another layer of this white over top of here. It just looks so cool when everything just looks so nice and framed when you just start layering these. Alright, so now I want to get this on here. Hopefully, I just put like 3 little lines of tape on the back of that one. And I'll turn this in a second, guys. I just kind of got to see I'm even close to being straight. That's not too bad. So we'll leave that like that. Could have went over a little more. I wonder if I can still get you off. Yes. Alright, let's try it again. I gotta look at the sides here too. Are we looking better there? I think so. Alright. And then we're going to put our tree in the center of this Christmas ball. That's pretty good. Okay, now we're going to take the other piece of the tree. This was that layered one that I used. I just think these look cool when they're layered like this. Alright, so there is our tree. I'll stand up when I get done doing this so I can make sure that I'm even showing you guys where these are supposed to be. Now, I'm not sure if I want this one. Actually, maybe that was going to go on the inside. Yes. Alright, so we're going to put this green block up here. And we're going to just eyeball it here and hope I get it right. I mean, you can measure these and mark them off if you want them to be precise, which is probably not a bad idea sometimes, and I wouldn't have to keep doing it over. Alright, let's try that again. Alright, there we go. So that's going to go there, and then this one, Believe in the Magic of Christmas. This came out of another card. That is going to go on here. There we go. And then I'm going to do some more stuff with it. I'm actually going to use this Tim Holtz liquid pearls. I love this stuff. I have the gold and I have the silver. You can get these at Michael's, and I'll show you how I use these on a lot of different things. It's just called dimensional paint. It's just called liquid pearls. And you can find this in with all the other Tim Holtz stuff that they have there, which is really cool. Alright, so we are just going to put a really small Merry Christmas on the inside of this card. Whoops, see, I had it straight and then I moved my finger. Thank God for repositionable tape. Now my dogs are going crazy again. I don't know what they're seeing or hearing. My husband might be home this time. Alright, so there is that, and that's the outside. And there is our inside. But I want to take some of these liquid pearls. I'm not sure what I want to use. I might use the gold, and I want to do a little extra design here on this Christmas ball. So you just take this stuff and you just make, I'm trying to see how the best way, let me stand up here. You just take this, you give it a little squeeze, and a little dot comes out, and you just place it down. And then it dries. When it dries, it looks like a little raised like pearl. So I'm just going to go around. You can make them a little bit bigger than that, which I'm going to do. So I'm just going to put a few of these on here in between some of this stuff. I think it'll look pretty. And then when it dries, it literally looks like you have little pearls or something on your card. And you can see when it's coming out what size it's going to be when you drop it down, tap it down on the paper. You can make them bigger, you can make them smaller. I just thought this would be fun. Yeah, that's going to look really pretty. And if you wanted to, you could take some of the silver ones and put them on the tree. Maybe we'll do, why is this thing crackling? Maybe we'll do that too. I know it's got my hand in the way here, but I'm going to show you. I kind of got to pull this up close so I can see how these little beads are coming out, because that one was too tiny. Alright, so there's my little decorated Christmas ball with our gold little beads on there. And then when this dries, it stays this nice raised shiny gold to have that texture to it. And then if you wanted to, you could take some of these silver, maybe put a few of these on here. Actually, I wonder how this would look. Hang on, I'm going to try it on a piece of paper here first. If we just kind of outlined a little bit of these leaves with, no, I don't think I want to do that either. Well, we're just going to put a few little Christmas balls on here on this tree. Not too many. You can put some on the end of the branches if you wanted to, or whatever. So now I'm going to have to let this guy dry before I even set him up too much. So I don't want my little pearls to run. But let me stand up here so I can see if you guys, there we go. Now you can get a better shot of it, how pretty that is. And that's just so easy. You can do that on a lot of different things. Use these liquid pearls. But how easy were those cards? And I love them. They're just stacked, layered card. And then here's the other one. And there's our inside. They're just simple, nothing too fancy. You could add some liquid pearls to this too if you wanted to, or whatever. But that's it. That was my project for today, was to get a couple of these layered cards made. And I don't want to set this guy up yet. I'll take a nice picture of it. I'll put it at the end of the video once that dries. And thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed these little card projects. And I will see you guys all next time. Have a great day, everyone.